that year just happened. Alright, well, hello out there. This is Inspired Content. And 2016 has been over for a little while now. It's a couple weeks. And for me, it's been a pretty terrible year. It threw a fair number of my plans for this year under the bus. And so I feel like I'm sort of starting over from scratch, but I figured it was a good time to kind of explain what happened and sort of lay out my ideas for the coming year. So sort of like a review of 2016 and then ideas for how we can do better. Starting off, a review of 2016, for me at least. New Year's started about a year ago with a lingering respiratory illness and a housemate moving out, which we desperately needed to fill that position in order to not risk losing our ability to live here. I was given an antibiotic for my respiratory illness, which I promptly had an allergic reaction to, followed closely by 2 of the 7 foods that I can safely eat without causing problems for me, suddenly becoming things that caused a sensation of burning skin and coughing fits, which was really nice to experience, I'll tell you that right now. And that directly contributed to my subsequent rapid weight loss and inability to figure out what was safe for me to eat. And so roughly starving for a few weeks. And that was January. February, my health issues got more confusing, not less, with the testing we did. I was getting less than 5 hours of sleep at night as I was waking up in full-blown panic attacks and heart racing, difficulty breathing. It disrupts your ability to sleep. I found a new housemate who was with us for a little while before developing issues with her medications. And so she disappeared for a little while and then gave notice of moving out. Visit to the doctor's office, sat in the room for a little while by myself waiting for the doctor and found a bed bug crawling near my foot. In a room in which I was the only one in there. And yeah, so that mixed with the panic attacks didn't help. Discovered a leak in the kitchen sink, which had been leaking for months, if not years, and underneath the bottom of the cabinet under which the sink is in, discovered an absolute carpet of mold, which was a wonderful find. So scrambled to try to resolve some of that issue, and sort of got to a place where we were on hold waiting to resolve some of it, and then found mice in the house. So I tried to take care of some of that, and then found out that the old family home is being put on the market. So a lot of childhood memories of growing up, it's kind of sad. Got a threat to my ability to maintain health benefits, so maybe not even able to get the health benefits I need to cover the things I need to figure out why I'm sick. Was even more underweight than usual as I struggled trying to eat anything. The weather warmed up, things were starting to quiet down a little, so of course that's when the new housemate, to replace the last one, the second one of the year, The new one, the third one, skipped out on us, never fully paying rent and never paying any utilities. We lost use of the kitchen as the landlord remodeled the cabinet system entirely and reinstalled the same broken sink without fixing it. So that was fun. And then going to get something out of my car, I discovered that there was close to 2 gallons of water in the trunk of my car, which apparently had been leaking in through a hidden spot that I couldn't find, and had soaked in to some of the lining and some of the plywood base over the spare tire, and grown massive amounts of mold. So that was fun too. So short time after that, found a bat flying around the kitchen and sleeping areas of the house, despite the fact that the windows were not open and neither were any of the doors. So we're thinking they're somewhere in the house, and so we tried to seal up as many little spots that they might get through. Here's hoping. And then a little while later, the car needed several $100s worth of repairs to keep it on the road to help me find a new job, which I haven't had a job for a while. Went to my storage unit to get some of my prized collection out and found them all soaked in a pesticide, so ruined. Excellent. Doing the cleanup of that was hazardous and didn't do good things for my panic attacks, and got a fair amount of the way through that. The car died, so that was great. And all of that is before you take into account the celebrity rapture that occurred in 2016 and the political hell that we all went through. Yeah, my 2016 was not a great experience. One I'd rather be done with and leave behind. So, for 2017, moving into the year here, it's my hope that during the course of this year, I will be able to do some upgrades to what I want to do here with this channel and really go into this channel the way I wanted to when I started. And that includes things like custom logos and the header on my subscription page. I would like to do, the original plan for some of that is I would have some basic pieces that I can use, and then I would encourage viewers, if they were interested, to make logos and the lettering for the channel name, and I would feature that art and links to viewers' portfolios or their own channels if they're interested. But right now I should just make some custom stuff for myself, and then I'm working on some custom end cards, so you can see some of my other videos at the end of the current video playing. And I've long planned to do an opening. You can see in some of my videos where I'm reading or watching a program, I do the little clips of me in the process of reading or watching, and I've had a plan for that to be the title splash with custom music that I'll make, and that's where the animated logo goes, or the channel name goes in with the name of each week's project. And then I'm going to work on my thumbnails, and I have an audio setup that should get you a better audio than this right now, and definitely lighting. The thing that's going to be interesting with the lighting is I batch record some of my content, so especially the taste test content, so I've got a sort of a backlog of some of that. The lighting on that will be pretty much what this is, but over the course of the year, everything else will have gradually improving situations with lighting, so it may go back and forth for a while. I'm also hoping to introduce 4 new categories of content that I'm going to look at. I'll probably do that gradually, which it should bring my post count up each week. There'll be more than one per week now, and then there's a new section of video I also want to introduce that's not really in the 8 categories that'll be. It's a section designed to help me work my way through health issues, anxiety, and depressive episodes that I might have. And I thought it would be worthwhile to both work my way through that and share it, and also maybe offer some kind of ideas for people who are also struggling with those kinds of things. And so I want to do that about weekly. That ought to bring my post count per week up to about 3 times a week for this channel. And other than that, I think just sharing some of the other creative things I do that aren't necessarily YouTube videos. So maybe when I publish something, I might be able to link to the ebooks I might publish, or t-shirt designs, or games that I develop, and those kinds of things. Paintings, art, silly songs that I might do. So I want to kind of share some of that, so if people want to have the chance to have access to that, that'll make it available. So, and some of that might involve being better at social media, which I'm not very good at, but I'll give it a shot. So hopefully there's something in there that we can do to make this a better year for me, and hopefully some ideas and inspirations for you guys. So here's to 2017. Let's give it a go.